Hello everyone, MJ Hobby Corner here. Welcome to my channel, and I'm going to give the results of the little poll that we put up, the first poll of 2022, to see what will be the first game of the year, the first two-player game. And so people have chosen. Uh, so the results are we have 41 votes in total, and for the game Horizon Wars Combined Arms, 15% of the votes. Oathmark, armies to be announced, 32%. And Rangers of Shadow Deep, 54%. So there it is. I guess we are playing Rangers of Shadow Deep this week. And I think what we're going to do is, since Oathmark got a lot of votes, we will probably do an Oathmark game next week. Armies to be announced and scale to be announced. I'm going to try to get a game in 172 scale. We'll see. If not, we'll do our regular 28 millimeter scale game for Oathmark. Now, and then of course we will choose a game at the end of the month, Julie and I, and play that game. It could be Horizon Wars. It could be something else. Okay, we'll choose that game at our discretion at the end of the month. So this month we only have 3 games. Normally we'll put up 4, and then people will choose, and we'll cascade, keep, voting until we get the games that people are more interested in seeing. And then at the end of the month, we put in our game, the game that we like to play. So the other thing I wanted to say, I wanted to give a little bit of an update of the channel now that I'm here. And so today's Wednesday. No, I'm sorry, Thursday. Got my days mixed up. Wasn't feeling too well yesterday. Today I'm a little better. Not 100%, but a little better. Enough so that I'm going to probably spend a good part of the day today painting. Painting and getting my pile of shame worked on, because I want those miniatures so that I can use them in an upcoming game next week. So working on my 172 scale minis, 15 millimeter Lizardman army. I have quite a few painted, and then I'm doing this weird projects like these little sculptures of they're like humanoid insects for fantasy. Think Dungeons and Dragons, think the Formians or something like that. They're like ant people, whatever. So I'm making this little army, and they're out of clay and wire and all this other stuff, and hopefully I'll have those finished so that I can use them in a game that's coming soon. Also, in terms of our gaming, what we're going to do is we're going to have, Julie and I will have a 2-player game during the week. We're aiming for 2 games a week. We're not sure if we can do that all the time. But Julie and I will have a 2-player game for the week, and then I have a solo game, and my solo games are separate. I think I'm going to formalize it into a more formal. I can't think today. Into a formal series. It'll be my formal solo war game series, and I'll just go through whatever games I feel like playing. Yesterday was Weasel Tech, and just play the games solo. And I plan on playing not just actual games with solo rules, but I plan on playing a lot of different games. So like games like Deep Wars. I have a solo Deep Wars game that's coming probably next week if I can wing it. And so I have a lot of little sea creatures that I'm building precisely for that game. We're going to try and get into Shadow Sea. I want to show an example of Shadow Sea. So Shadow Sea, for those of you that don't know, is the parent game of Deep Wars, basically. So Deep Wars is the offspring of Shadow Sea. So, and that game is based, they both are based on the Song of Blades and Heroes game engine. The other thing I want to update on is the Nostalgia series. This was another poll that I put before this week's game, and basically it's a series that Julie and I are thinking about, and we want to play some of the older games, games that are dead, or just have very old editions. For example, Malifaux 1.5, which is one of the older editions of Malifaux that I used to play a lot. Games like 40K 3rd edition, which is long gone, but we're up to like 9th edition now in 40K. So yeah, play games like that, maybe even Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish, just these older games for that month, what I'm going to call Nostalgia Month. I'm going to put them in a poll, and then people can choose from those older games to see what they want to see, which one of the older games they want to see. And then at the end of the month, just like usual, Julie and I will pick one from those older games. And we may do that periodically, just come up with games like Full Thrust or any of the games in my library that are really old. So we're going to do that, and just keep tossing in games in my solo play. And some of the games that Julie and I have been playing but maybe haven't played a long time, I might bring into my solo war game series. Okay, so the idea is to give more variety of games, and this way I get to play different kinds of things and try them out solo and see how they work. We're also going to be doing more co-op games as well. All right, so basically that's all I want to update. Thank you so much for all your support. I hope you're having a very good 2022, and we'll keep going from here. Any new projects I will be announcing. I'm doing a big reorganization of the studio, and as you can see, I've prepared the office with a lot of my painting gear, and my airbrushes in here now, and there's a gaming table that we can put here in the office, so I can film here, I can play my games, and I can do other stuff while I reorganize the studio. All right, folks, we'll talk very soon, and those were the results of the poll. That's what I really wanted to update you guys on. So we'll see you in the next Rangers of Shadow Deep game. That'll probably happen either tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday, one of those 2 days. We'll see. All right, but stay tuned.